the Samsung Fanboy. Now let me clarify before you all start raging in the comments. I'm not talking about Samsung fans, okay? You like Samsung, you enjoy their products, that's good for you. I'm not talking about you. What breaches into the realm of fanboy for me is when someone becomes uncomfortably a fan of something. If someone is such a large follower of a particular brand or particular product that they start making it hard for others around them to also enjoy their brand or enjoy their personal preference of product. Now you see, I brand myself as the Apple sheep on this channel, but you know what I like about that term is that while yes, sheep can associate with dumbness or unintelligence, it also symbolizes innocence. The sheep is a flock that doesn't care much about what's going on the other side of the hill. They've found the grass they like and they're just gonna keep eating it. And they'll go wherever the shepherd wants them to go. You know the difference about the Samsung Fanboy, maybe there's some other analogy you guys can think of, is that their whole ideology is completely brought up around how much better their devices are than Apple products. And it's almost impossible for them to not bring that up when they're talking about how much they love their Samsung devices. So I've noticed a lot in the comments lately because Samsung's doing a lot right now between, oh my god, they leaked the new Galaxy phone 5 years in a row. That just keeps happening. Oh wow. Between the Tab S4 and all the unpacked hype that people don't really have, but they just keep leaking it anyway, hoping it will generate hype. Oops, pre-orders now available, my bad. Here's my argument of the frustration I have with Samsung fanboys. So, what I've noticed a lot lately, because I've been reporting on Samsung stuff quite a bit, most people upset about the ingenious ad marketing campaign video, but what we've noticed in the comments section are people that understand my point of view and disagree with it, which I'm happy with. This video is not to address everyone who had a problem with that video, because there were plenty of you out there that got the purpose of that video and still had legitimate complaints or criticisms, whether it be, Drew, the ads are just funny, it's not a problem, or also the Apple made a Get a Mac campaign, and that's the same thing. Well, I disagree. I don't think those are the same types of marketing. That's for a different video. What I want to talk about now are the people that watched that video and did not understand what I was trying to say, despite me several times throughout the video saying, if you like Galaxy phones, good for you. That's fine. I don't have a problem with people who like Galaxy phones. I have lots of friends and family that love using their Samsung devices. I have tried my own Samsung devices. I haven't always enjoyed them, so I haven't kept them. That simple idea, just the fact that maybe I don't like the same thing you like, completely demolishes their world, and they go into full hostile mode and it says, this person is wrong, I must convince everyone that they are wrong now. Very, very similar argument styles in those comment section between just, you're just salty or you're just jealous. I definitely am salty, I definitely am butthurt, but it's not about Samsung phones having features that iPhones don't have. There are plenty of features iPhones have that Galaxies do not. And that's the point I was trying to make with that video. Some people prefer different things. Not trying to say having iOS is better than not having a headphone jack. I'm just saying it depends what your personal preference is. But when they don't see that part of the video and they literally just see someone who doesn't like to use a Samsung product because maybe that's not their style, their complaining strategies are just downright juvenile. I don't know how else to explain it. Like in a situation where you're trying to explain to someone that you're not interested in a particular field and they just respond with, you're jealous, that can almost be used at any time in any conversation. Imagine you're a kid on the playground and some rich kid that you know is like, my dad got me this brand new basketball. It's so great. It's so bouncy. And you're like, okay, good for you, kid. Good for you. And he says, I bet you wish your dad got you a basketball as cool as mine. No, not really. I'm not a basketball fan, but that's all right. You're just jealous. I know you're jealous. I can see it in your eyes. I'm not jealous. If I wanted a basketball, I could go get a basketball. I'm jealous. You wish you had my basketball. It's just cringy. It's just flat out disgusting when people cannot look at the main point of the video that Drew is critiquing Samsung's marketing. Why am I salty about Samsung's marketing? It's because maybe they're trying to undo everything I set out to do with my Tailosive Tech channel. When I was watching tech channels on YouTube before I started mine, I saw a extremely predetermined bias against Apple. Most channels had problems with Apple, critiqued Apple, and especially in the comment section, it got a whole of a lot worse because a lot of fanboys out there that are comment warriors are not video creators. Anytime you tried to defend Apple in the comment section, you got attacked. You got destroyed by 90 different people who wanted to convince you that you were an idiotic moron for liking an Apple product. When I started out my Tailosive Tech channel, I just wanted to tell people out there, you're not wrong. You have reasons to like Apple, and it's okay to like Apple. It's your personal preference, and I don't want people online feeling ashamed or feeling guilty or feeling like an idiot because they enjoy a certain type of product. That's what I was trying to do with my channel. Samsung's trying to undo all that with this marketing campaign, saying we don't have to tell you or show you anything about our phones. All we have to do is constantly attack the competition, make fun of the competition in ridiculous ways. People do not get the notch haircut, and yet you're acting like that's an everyday thing. Or that people walk into Apple stores and magically know DxO mark scores and are going to compare it to the iPhones, even though Samsung's not the highest DxO's mark score. Now, again, if you like the Samsung's camera, if you like that the Samsung phones don't have a notch, I will once again reiterate, that is fine. I'm happy for you. You need to buy the phone you like the most. But the Samsung fanboy that I'm talking about today doesn't see Drew trying to be tolerant, doesn't see Drew trying to complain that we don't need to attack each other personally over what type of computer we carry in our pocket. To someone outside of this field, this looks completely ridiculous. And what I'm trying to do on this platform is normalize discussion of this is what I care about, this is what I care about. We can respect each other. Samsung's trying to undo all that and then just feed the trolls because their marketing is not persuasive. It doesn't convince iOS users to switch over. All it does is reinforce the Galaxy buyers that making fun of iPhones or making fun of Apple all the time is okay. In fact, encouraged by the big guys at top. It feeds into these trolls, which, knowing Samsung's marketing, that explains a lot of why their fan base, they can't just see a new Samsung product and get excited. That's what an Apple sheep would do. That's what an Apple fanboy maybe would do. A new iPhone comes out, they get pumped, they start saving their money, and they want to buy that new iPhone. They're excited for the new iPhone. They don't see the competition. They don't care about what else is out there. They just want to get the new iPhone. What the Samsung fanboy does is when they see that, oh, Samsung released the Galaxy Tab S4. It's kind of expensive for including a year-old CPU, ditching Touch ID, incorporating iris scanning on a device that's much larger and maybe harder to line up with your eyes. There may be some noticeable problems with it, but what's their go-to comment? This is an iPad Pro killer. This is gonna kill the iPad. Apple's in trouble now. Apple's got nothing on Samsung, which is almost what makes it more annoying to me, is because while you may be annoyed out there by vloggers on YouTube that just get excited for iPhones and they don't care about Androids, is that while they get excited for iPhones, they don't suddenly become hostile to some other company. Yay, I'm excited for the new iPhone. This is a Galaxy killer. This is gonna slam Samsung's sales now. Is it? Yes, that's absolutely true. Every single year, iPhone outsells the Galaxies once again, and yet they'll bring up the Samsung has 20% of the user market. It's not the newest Galaxy phones, guys. It's those budget, non-premium $200 Samsung phones. So when I make a video about the Galaxy Tab S4 and I explain some of my criticisms with it, but at the end of the video, I still say, but if you like this tablet, good on ya. Hope you enjoy it. That's me respecting your choice and saying, I have some problems with it, but hopefully, if you do buy it, you can enjoy it and you can realize some cool things about it that I didn't think about. That's me respecting your opinion, respecting your personal preference, even if it's not mine. Where people in the comments will still see that as an attack. And yes, there are trolls out there no matter what, but I'm just saying that as someone who's reporting on Samsung a lot lately, I'm noticing that Samsung fanboy is a real thing. Particularly larger than many other platforms or many other brands out there, because Samsung's whole company is just built on ridicule Apple fans, ridicule Apple, everything they make is dumb, buy our products. And it's getting frustrating when you're trying to be polite, you're trying to be respectful, and people out there still take it as a hostile attack, and they either go the route of, you're salty, you're jealous, or we're just gonna make fun of his skin disease or his hair or something personal about him, even though they themselves do not put their pictures in their profile. Comment warriors, they're hypocritical, they're frustrating, and that's what I really don't like about Samsung's marketing, is it encourages this type of behavior that does not respect the idea of a civil discussion, of exchanging personal preferences. This is what I've experienced with this phone. This is what I've experienced with this phone. I'm not jealous of Galaxy products. There's no reason for me to be. I owned an S9. I owned an S8. I owned a Note 7. I didn't have that pleasant experiences with them, especially when Samsung sent me a letter saying, oh, hey, we need that back. It might explode. Even when instances like that happen, Samsung users will look beyond and say, it's okay. That's in the past now. But then Apple's download speeds will be 10 megabits slower than a Samsung phone's. Oh my god! We got you, Apple! Apple, you're done! Didn't explode though, so that's kind of nice. So, hope you guys acknowledge something. Hopefully, if you're a Samsung fanboy watching this, you learned you can be a bit more respectful towards other people's ideas. Let me know your thoughts on Samsung fanboys down in the comments below, and let me reiterate, if you're just a Samsung fan who likes their products, and you're okay with other people buying different products that suit their needs better, you are not what I'm trying to talk about here. I appreciate people, and I know there's a lot of you in the Galaxy fan base that like your Samsung products, you get excited for new ones, but you have nothing against other people buying different things. I know you're out there, and I'm not trying to attack you guys or complain about you guys, mostly just specifically the people that cannot stand the fact that someone may not like the same product they like. That's a more sheepish mentality than I am most often accused of. You must like my thing, and if you don't, you are wrong. I don't do that here, yet a lot of them are doing it out there. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.